next guest plays the extremely sexy Evangeline on One Life to Live. And although things are very hot between her and Detective John McBain, fans are not quite sure if their love will stand the test of time. Take a look.
What I need is simply to be loved in return. You have to figure out what you're going to do about that. And soon.
Then I better get started.
Please welcome back from One Life to Live, Renee Goldsberry.
Sorry. I didn't get the memo.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be back here.
Well, first of all, I want to say I love Evangeline and John. I think they're going to be the hottest couple.
Thank you.
Love. Michael Easton's got to be great to work with.
Michael Easton.
He's wonderful to work with. He's wonderful.
Too bad he's not so good looking.
Yeah,
huh?
too bad. I have to, that's the acting. That's where the acting comes in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, do you like doing the love scenes? Do you mind doing them? Do you not like them? How do you feel about it? I mean, because they're heavy duty.
They are heavy duty. They're always a little scary at first, but, you know, you have the right partner, and it's fun. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
I can't even lie about it. I mean, I like to do them in the right context, you know. I like to do it when you feel like, you know, there's love there and passion there. And so that's what's been really fun about most of our scenes so far. And I feel like, you know, if it works, if the audience likes it, how long can you do it?
A long time.
Yeah. How long
Look at you all at hope.
I know.
Now they have Melissa Archer re-signed as Natalie.
Thank God.
So that is
Thank
going to be a tremendous triangle. Because I also love Natalie and John together, too.
Right, yeah.
That's going to be a great, great triangle.
It would be so hard to be a part of this triangle if it wasn't for the actors that I'm working with, Michael Easton and Melissa Archer. I don't know if I could do this little war against Natalie if it wasn't Melissa Archer that I was working with. So I'm so grateful that she's going to stay.
Do you hang out in real life?
We do. We hang out all the time. When people see us together, they're like, what are you guys doing together?
Yeah, I
You guys hate each other.
What's going on? Like, we're messing up the whole thing. But, yeah, it makes it easier to work together. If you have to, like, you know, fight that hard with somebody, you want to.
Now, afterwards, when you've had a scene where you fight, do you hug each other and say, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry?
We do. You know, one time, sometimes the director, the executive producer will have to come out because we'll want to cut lines because it's just so mean.
Yeah, I know.
So it's fun, you know, because there's no animosity when they say cut, and that's really important.
Yeah.
It is, because if you really didn't like somebody that you were playing off of like that, it could get really heavy.
It's hard for me, Renee, to fight over a man. Really.
Well, because now you've professed your love to John.
Exactly, and that's hard too, because never in my personal life have I ever confessed my love to a man without him having said it like 6 months before.
Really?
Several times.
Really?
With candy and flowers.
Interesting.
You know, I never in my life, and I remember right before I shot that scene where I had to say I love him, I remember thinking, my God, I have nothing to draw on here. I've never been this brave to say it first. I've never been that brave. So that whole thing, fighting over a man, is so hard for me that I have to trust the woman I'm doing it with.
That's great.
Now, who do you think John's going to end up with?
Well, I mean, Evangeline, come on.
Yeah.
No.
You know,
I don't know what's going to happen. It's a huge, people ask me that all the time, and I have no idea. But personally, I value, the more this goes on, I value the integrity of the character more than the couple. I want to make sure that she's strong and that she has respect for herself and love for herself. And if he, you know, rises up to the challenge, then I hope they end up together, because I love working with him and I love John and Evangeline together.
Yeah. Now, the first time you ever did a love scene with Michael Easton, well, with John, Evangeline and John, you guys did it in real time?
We only had a very short time to do it. So we just kind of like choreographed it out, and all the cameramen were sitting there watching, and then she was like, ready, set, go. So it felt kind of real, actually.
Yeah. That sounds fun, actually.
It was very fun, but very scary, because we knew each other, and I think we liked each other and respected each other, but we had no idea. I don't think they were really going anywhere with it. We didn't think it would work. We didn't know if it would work.
Sure,
I didn't know if it would be the end of my character, because, you know, what is she doing in a basement with some... I mean, it was scary.
But the fans have...
Yeah.
The fans have really rung in for you, and they've really pushed hard for this.
Can I just say, God bless the fans?
Well, yes, you can. Over and over.
And I'm not even...
Because without the fans, there's nothing.
Exactly.
Especially,
Without them, there's nothing. It's exactly right.
especially for me, honestly, they're quite defensive of my storyline. And
Are
it's
they?
true. I mean, and thank God they fight for me, they protect me, they write, letters to me, you don't deserve this, or we really think you have that, or we loved this, or don't you worry, whatever happens to this triangle, we are down for you. And it like brings me to tears. I'm so grateful for them.
I think that's one of the greatest things about doing a soap opera.
Yeah.
No question.
Is the feedback that you get and
From the
how
fans.
you can connect to your fans and how moved you get by your
question.
fans.
Right.
I've never felt that since.
Me neither.
Never.
Me neither. And I've never, in anything I've ever done, whether it was the Broadway show or
Right?
other
Nothing.
movies, I've never had, even my personal friends,
Exactly. They
are
don't
not
give me
as
that.
down for me
I know.
as my fans
I know.
are.
It's unbelievable.
It's amazing.
Well, we got to do a commercial. Before we do, I want to ask you one question, because the last time you were here, you were talking about, you had just done the love scene with Tim Stickney, and you were saying, you know what, I'm nervous for my mom to see it. What does mom say now?
My mother really loves John and Evangeline together, so she's really pulled back a lot. But the very first love scene that she actually did take issue with was one where we had finally addressed the interracial relationship, and so the director wanted to show a lot of skin.
Right.
Just kind of the beauty of the picture of the skin and the differences in our skin. And I thought it was actually my favorite love scene because we were very still and just staring at each other. But my mother called and she was like, all right, that's it. She's like, it's daytime, that's just too much skin.
Really cute.
Funny. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Renee Goldsberry. Sing away.
Coming up next, Renee performs live.